All right, Etsy made a lot of changes in June, so I'm going to run through them so you guys know what to expect, what has changed, what it means for your shop. So let's go. All right, so the first thing is they expanded Etsy purchase protection coverage. So basically, they've always had coverage for orders up to 250. But now they are basically, it didn't make any sense because so if you sold something and it was 250 or less and it got lost or damaged, basically you just had to have the buyer file a claim through Etsy, and then Etsy would refund the buyer. You would keep your money. They wouldn't refund out of your money, which is pretty cool. I've had to use it twice. It's worked both times. The one order was like $225. So I think it's a very good added benefit. But if you sold something that was like 260 and got lost or damaged, you were responsible for all that. So it didn't make any sense. So now they're going to still cover up to $250 of it under purchase protection, but the difference is going to be up to you. So say you sold something that was $300, it got damaged, they would refund $250. The other $50, you would have to eat that cost. So I think it's good. It's still not, probably where it should be. However, if you're shipping something that's that expensive, you should be getting insurance through whoever you're shipping it through, so you're covered anyways. That is just a good best practice because you don't want to have to eat any of that cost. And they're saying they're having more human reviews for complex cases because not everything is cut and dry. So that's one of the changes. They basically added more detailed information to the policy violations page so you can better understand why a listing may have violated Etsy policies. With clear explanations and added context, you can make informed updates to get your listings back on track and better understand how to stay compliant with Etsy's policies. So this is good because some of the stuff is hard to determine, and it's just like, hey, you violated a policy. It's like, well, what did I violate? Some people, especially if you're new to the platform, it's not as obvious if you've been selling for a while. So I think this is good for transparency, because what happens if they're not transparent is a lot of people's like, Etsy scammed me. Etsy removed my stuff or shut down my shop for no reason. There's always a reason, and most of it is pretty cut and dry. They just did not make it seem cut and dry, right? You can't sell Baby Yoda. You can't sell Disney stuff. You know what I mean? You're going to get taken down and suspended. So they're doing that. Tariffs Estimator. So they added Tariffs Estimator in the listing forms, price, and inventory section to help you plan pricing for U.S. buyers with more confidence. This tool will let you estimate potential tariff costs and compare shipping options and review possible HS codes without leaving Shop Manager. So this is good. So you've been, with all the tariff debacle, whatever, this is going to make it a lot easier, hopefully, for international sellers. There's new requirements for US bound orders to help create a more consistent and reliable experience. We're updating our seller house rules for orders shipped in the US starting July 9th. Sellers outside the US will need to account for all their costs, including duties and import fees, to US buyers upfront in their pricing and ship with delivery duty paid. So basically they're covering all the duty fees up front. So when US buyers get the stuff, they're not going to have to pay for anything or worry about duty fees. So they're making sure that they are trying to get people to ship that stuff with it paid. If they do ship it without, they're not going to cover. It's not going to be covered under Etsy's purchase protection. So they have to work that in. If you're an international seller, you got to work the duties, fees, hence this calculator, into your pricing. Make sure that is paid for, and then on your end, pay for them up front before you ship it. Etsy Seller app updates. So they added a couple of things to the Etsy Seller app, and they're continuing to expand and evolve the Etsy Seller app because obviously more and more people are using their phone for everything Etsy. So we want to make sure that all the features, it has all the features to be as helpful as possible. So it has a shipping label scanner, so you can use your phone's camera to scan the barcode on a shipping label purchased on Etsy and instantly open the matching order on the app, helping you spend less time searching and more time fulfilling orders. Refunds, you can now issue full or partial refunds directly from the Etsy Seller app. So this is pretty good. I don't know why they didn't have this already, because it doesn't seem like that's that hard of a thing to do. More detailed order views, switch to a detailed order view to see key information at a glance, including gifting details, country-specific tax information, and buyer notes. You can also message buyers, add notes, make updates, and print order details directly from the order page, helping you manage orders and buyer communication from one place. So all good changes there. There's more quick actions and messages. So there's new tools in the Messenger app, part of the app, to help you resolve buyer issues faster. You can now more easily create a return and replacement labels while in a conversation. You can view more detailed delivery information and use suggested message drafts to quickly update buyers on their delivery status. Some of these features are also beginning to roll out into the Etsy seller app. Okay, so not all of them are in the app right now, but in the messages itself, it has this stuff. So I don't know why they wouldn't just transition it to the app. For the messages, it's good to save default messages too for specific situations. So you can save those and have those at ready, and you can just send those over. That makes your life a lot easier, especially with things that you're constantly messaging over and over again. You can save those. So just a pro tip for you. Listing thumbnail previews, and I think this is a really good one. So you can now preview listing thumbnails before publishing, making it easier to see how your photos will appear across Etsy. So by spotting cropping issues before a listing goes live, you can optimize your image for discovery and help buyers get a better first impression of your items, because Etsy does change the thumbnail size depending on where they're showcasing it. And this is a common problem that I see on listings, is that your items are cut off. They're cropped wrong. So this will allow you to kind of help avoid those issues, to make sure that your item is clearly visible, not weirdly cropped across all of the places that Etsy shows your listings and adjusts that thumbnail photo. So this is definitely a winning move on their end to help you guys out. So make sure you're checking that before you publish a listing. Custom options for personalized orders. So they've added this. This is definitely a good change as well. So they've added a text box now, so you can collect info like names, dates, or quotes. They have a list of options, so you can provide options to choose from. And then they have a file upload, so you can ask buyers to upload. So if you're doing like a portrait on something or a specific design that they need to provide a picture of, the file upload is there. So this is really good changes. It eliminates you from having to send messages, or as many messages, back and forth for personalized orders, which can be a pain and take a lot more time. So now you have a lot more flexibility, so you can get all that information up front. So that's definitely a good change. The other good change, 2 videos per listing. I know some people are freaking out, but now you can add 2 videos per listing. Videos still contain no sound. I still see this mistake. People are talking in the video, or they're trying to play music and you can't hear it, right? So there's still no sound, but the second video is definitely helpful. There's a lot of, I've talked about this before in previous videos about like what you could do for videos and photos, but this just allows you another opportunity for you to sell your item. So the first video should be demonstrable, showing your item in being used or in its natural setting, up close, detail. The second video can be something, you don't want to do the same thing, but it can be something different. You can show your item being made, or show your item being packaged, help sell it. So you can show that, okay, it's the detail that goes into making it, adding value, or packaging it, because most people are buying stuff on Etsy as gifts. They want to make sure it's not going to show up in a weird garbage bag or a reused Amazon box, right? Which you can do that, but it's, you should make sure it's packaged nicely and it's presented nicely. So that's definitely a good thing. Refresh look for seller tools. So visual updates across Shop Manager and the Etsy Seller app, which that's always going to be a thing. They're always going to be updating and changing that. Nothing big there. Ongoing improvements to the Community Hub. So they're improving the Community Hub based on seller feedback with ongoing usability updates and platform enhancements. Nothing really crazy there. Updates to support your shop's growth. So AI-powered tools built in to support sellers. So a lot of this it's not available for me yet. So I think they're beta rolling this out. So basically they have recent updates that include shop stats summaries with AI. So the AI is in there, so you can basically see summaries from AI. I'm not sure if you can ask it anything, but because I don't have it yet, but they're basically summarizing stuff. Expanded AI powered support. So through the support chat experience, quickly get answers to common account payments. So they're using it in chat, which some people probably hate that. Some people love it. A lot of people probably want to talk to a human. So we'll see. Attribute suggestion for listings. So Etsy now suggests attributes based on listing details. So this is a good thing. So you make sure you're putting the right attributes so you don't get filtered out of search. Because if people are using the filter button and they're filtering by attributes, if you don't have attributes filled in there, you're going to get filtered out. So make sure you have them in there. Stats Assisting. We're testing out new Stats Assistant tool designed to make it easier to understand your shop performance and get personalized suggestions for your shop right from Shop Manager. You can ask the AI-powered Stats Assistant. Okay, so they are going to have a Stats Assistant where you can ask them questions. So that's a good thing to help you better understand what is going on in there. Because I know stats for some people seems like a foreign language. So that could be helpful. So that's good. Interested shopper offers. This is a new way to set up targeted offers. So this is definitely a good thing. So basically you can send offers. It's just like adds to cart favorites. You can set the discount amount, the percentage off, and then give it a promo code, and then you just make it live, and then it will send that stuff automatically. So interested offers, we don't really know the specific criteria, but basically Etsy automatically sends offers to eligible shoppers who have engaged with your listings. So probably if they've opened your listings more than once, clicked into what I don't know. We don't know the specific criteria, and I'm assuming they have to be logged in as well, obviously, because Etsy needs to have their information to be able to send these offers. So this is definitely a good thing. It's a new way to reach people and entice them to buy. So I think you should have all of these offers set up, adds to cart, favorites, interested, have them all set up. It's a way to help your conversion rate. Promo code redemption controls. So new redemption controls give you more flexibility when sharing promo codes publicly. You can set limits on how many times a code can be redeemed or restrict buyers to a single use per code. These controls make it easier to share your codes on social media and other channels with confidence. So this is definitely a good thing because you couldn't manage it before. So the same person could use your code over and over again, or you could put a code out there and then forget about it and people keep using it. So it's a way to kind of help limit that. And then redesigned offsite ads dashboard. So they added a little bit more insight in here. It gives you a clear view of how offsite ads are contributing. So basically they're showing the traffic sources. This is the biggest change, where if you're doing offsite ads, you can see where traffic is coming from, Google, Facebook, Instagram. For me, most of it's coming from Google. So I'm not sure how that's going to look to you guys, but it is kind of interesting to kind of see where your traffic's coming from, the clicks and all the things. Etsy ad strategies. So they basically rolled out 3 different strategies. If your budget is $25 or higher per day, you get access to these different ads strategies based on your business goals. So that really depends, if you're spending that much, if you want to test this out. But basically you can control, everyone's going to be defaulted to efficient spending, but the other ones are low click cost and greater visibility. So do you want to expand your reach? It's going to spend more money for greater visibility in the hopes that you're going to get more eyes on it and more conversions that way. Or do you want to spend less, have more targeted, more specific audience, and then hopefully you'll get conversions that way. So both strategies can work. It just really depends what you want to do there. So that has changed. New marketplace insight metrics. So they're testing marketplace insight features that can help you identify trends. So they have extended date ranges, analyze data across 30, 90, or 12 months to identify trends and opportunities over time. Listing price ranges, see price ranges based on listings buyers have recently purchased, and then search conversion rate, understand how often a search term leads to an order. So this is, if you're in an Etsy Plus membership, you can get the search marketplace insights to search like keywords, and it's kind of like a lot of the third-party tools that we've used over the years. This is Etsy's version of that. It's a watered-down version, but they're starting to make improvements to it and make it more robust. So this could be helpful. Again, there is a free version, but it's not as good. The paid version has more in there, but there's still not very much. So you can see that under the stats tab in Etsy, you can kind of see the marketplace insights tool. And then you can play around with that. All right, balance review insights. They're making review highlights more balanced by showing you both positive and constructive themes from buyer reviews. Giving buyers a fuller picture of customer experiences can help them make more informed decisions and build confidence in their purchases. So not really sure what that's going to look like. But there it is. Expanded payment methods. So they've expanded different ways buyers can pay on Etsy. So depending on where you're at in the world, this could definitely benefit you. So those are the June changes. There's a lot of stuff. I think mostly, for the most part, a lot of these changes are good things. I know some people may like some of these changes. Some people may hate them, but it is what it is. There's always going to be changes. So I think there's definitely some positive changes. Hopefully it helps give you guys some insight on those changes. And if you want more help growing your Etsy business, learning AI automations, how to navigate Etsy, how to grow your shop, Etsy Games VIP community is here. There's a link below. Over 600 members, lots of awesome stuff in here. You can join for just a couple of bucks, get access to a lot of this amazing stuff. We do the Etsy traffic challenge in here, have a whole AI automations for Etsy in here, showing you how to automate POD, how to automate, posting on Pinterest, how to automate a lot of different stuff. And then I'm in here every single day helping people with basic questions, support, motivation, all the things that you need to continue to stay positive, continue to grow your business. So the link is below for that. I'd love to see you guys over there. I'd love for you to check it out. But other than that, I'm back soon with some more good stuff for you. Have an amazing rest of your day.